Hi, everyone, and welcome back to Pop Off the Clock. I'm Brenda.
And I'm Yoseline. Thank you for joining us once again, another week of pop culture.
Yes, of course, and award shows nonstop. We're getting to the end of the award show season this weekend, but there was one this past weekend, so we're going to tell you what the rankings are thus far as who's taking the medal for all of these movies and TV shows.
You know, it's been a lot of ups and downs in this award season. We had controversy, we had favorites, we had, I guess, underdog stories. But we're making it to the Oscars. But before we get to the Oscars, we're recapping the SAG Awards.
Yes, of course. And aside from that, the world of TikTok is a buzz because one of their breakout people is breaking up with a podcaster who's very popular. We're talking about the Alixes, Alex Cooper and Alix Earle.
Alex versus Alex.
Alex versus Alex. They're parting ways from each other, but why is that?
We will tell you what we know so far. And then some tragic news in the beauty world. We have the death of hairstylist Jesus Guerrero. We mostly know him with his work with Kylie Jenner, but he's worked with people like Shay Mitchell, Jennifer Lopez. He unfortunately passed away, and you know, we're getting to hear from his family.
Yeah, and there's just a whole story behind you know, what could have led up to this, or just like some drama even in his death. So we're gonna go over all of that, but before we get into our topics, our headlines, let's check in with Yos.
Yeah, so I survived this weekend, guys. I know last episode I had been kind of telling you guys that I was not too, well, I guess I was excited, but I was nervous because we had that big parade happening, and you know, we were going to broadcast it on our TV channel, our TV stations, both English and Spanish, and it just seemed a lot of, like, it was a lot of work that I just needed to get over with, and we got it done. You know, being up at 5 a.m. in the cold, setting up like live stages, live studios, and then I guess the parade was unfortunately only like 2 hours or so, and I mean, it is what it is. We were only on air for 2 hours just because that's the time we're allotted, but I guess big picture, great turnout. We learned a lot. We improved from last year. That's all I could ask for.
Yeah.
How about you?
I had a good weekend. I did a lot of stuff.
Did you end up going out of town?
I did go out of town. So Friday, well, this weekend I just celebrated my friends' birthdays, had drinks Friday night, and then Saturday I went out of town, and my friend Freddie, he had this huge, he's very much a birthday person. He loves to do like big themed parties. I never get to attend them. So he did Fred games. So it was Squid Games.
Oh, how cute.
And you signed up to be, you could either be a participant or you can just be an attendee. Participants, you have to pay like, I think $10, and you're a contestant in the games. Squid Games, like he pulls some games from that TV show, and then he rented out this whole space where people who are participated were being eliminated. The winner walked away with $300. So it was so much fun. It was
Did
so
you participate?
I didn't participate.
Oh,
I was like, I don't feel like displaying my my competitiveness, because I was like, there's some people I don't know, and I don't feel like showing off my competitiveness.
Guys, yeah.
Because I can be pretty bad.
Brenda's really bad.
So I was like, no, and also like I had drove in, so I was like, I don't feel like doing things. I just feel like relaxing.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'll just watch people have a good time. But I had a great time, had a great weekend. It just kind of brought me back to a good place again. So yeah, I really enjoyed my time, and I've been watching TV. Love is Blind. Started watching the new season of Love is Blind.
Is it good?
It's actually good.
Okay.
So
I feel like that show lost its lore because of like, you know what you're getting into. The first season was the best because
no one really knew what to expect.
What the outcome was going to be.
Yeah, so that's just been life lately.
That's just been your life. Well, you know, I'm planning to rot this weekend after the parade one.
Absolutely.
I just feel like
it's deserved.
Yeah, it's deserved. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. And you know, February's coming to an end. I can't believe it's going
me either. It was a fast
so fast, but yet so quickly.
But now with that, let's get into our headlines.
Yes, I'm gonna start off with some of the latest headlines that are just coming in right now.
Fresh off the presses.
Fresh off the presses. This one I'm really excited about because it's being reported that Zendaya is joining the cast of Shrek 5, playing Shrek and Fiona's daughter, and just like Shrek already has such a great cast, such a great legacy, and just to throw in the superstar
Zendaya, it's the perfect combination.
She's like amazing.
Yeah.
And we love to see that. That's probably so.
I'm like, Cameron Diaz is still, because I was seeing like pictures of like the movie and they didn't have Fiona, and I'm like, where's Fiona?
Or maybe that's why they're.
I don't know.
Maybe, I don't know. Interesting.
But it's awesome to hear.
It's awesome to hear. Then we have some casting news connected to Euphoria. We're being told that Sharon Stone has joined the cast of Euphoria for season 3. I know you had sent me a video of that. The shooting has already started. Yeah. There was shots of Zendaya at a little
mini-mart type thing.
And her character's just chilling in there. I'm pretty sure it was in between takes, but it just took me back to like, oh my God, that character. Like,
I know,
even
it's so crazy. Yeah, to think about like, Zendaya doesn't really age quickly, so she can maintain the character's look, but I'm like so excited. I'm excited to see them actually in progress of making this season, because it feels like a lifetime since season 2 and since they announced that they were going to be doing a new one. So exciting developments.
Exciting. And finally, we have the most random thing is coming out of my mouth. New couple alert. We have Tyga and Madeline Pesh. Their taste for romance. The couple is seen in LA walking out, not hand in hand, but shoulder to shoulder. And now new couple alert rumors are stemming. And I did not even know. Madeline, girl, I don't even know. Apparently, he was dating.
He was, it said there, didn't it?
Bad
Baby.
This track looks like the rapper has a different leading lady. So I guess there was rumors that Tyga was dating Bad Baby.
But then he also dated Avril Lavigne. Like, he's had an interesting...
he has a type.
Does he?
Yeah. Kylie Jenner.
Oh, okay, yeah, no, never mind.
Yeah. Avril Lavigne, Kylie Jenner, this chick.
I don't know.
I
don't know. But it's interesting. When I saw those pictures, I was in shock. I have Madeline Pesh on Instagram, and she was posting pictures of that outfit, her going out, but I was like, Tyga, what are you doing here? That's kind of out of nowhere.
I actually thought she was like in a very serious relationship.
She was in a serious relationship for a long time. Then they broke up. Then I was alone, and then started dating somebody else. And then now she's dating him, so yeah.
We'll see. Okay, let's get to our stories that we wrote down. And I can get a little bit more into. So we have a new list of people for the Oscars that are happening this Sunday. We have a list of presenters and performers. Well, after rumors and speculation, the Academy has confirmed that Ariana Grande and Cynthia Erivo will perform a special number from Wicked. And that is just giving us some great, I guess, a reason for Sunday, in my opinion. We also have a new updated list of presenters for that night. Gal Gadot, Harrison Ford, Samuel L. Jackson, Halle Berry, Penelope Cruz, Willem Dafoe, Ana de Armas, Lily Rose Depp, Robert Downey Jr., Elle Fanning, Whoopi Goldberg, Selena Gomez, Goldie Hawn, Scarlett Johansson, Cillian Murphy, Oprah Winfrey, Cillian Murphy, Oprah Winfrey, and Bowen Yang this year. Something else also coming out of the Oscars, we're getting told, I believe the Hollywood Reporter was the first one to come out with this, that Carla Sofia Gascon is coming to the Oscars despite the controversy surrounding her problematic tweets that resurfaced mid-award season campaign. She is the lead for Emilia Perez. We hadn't seen her in a while. We didn't see her in the SAGs. We didn't see her in the Critics' Choice. Basically, Netflix had dropped her as part of their push to campaign push. I told Brenda, I'm like, does this mean she's paying her for her way? For herself?
Oh, I thought that was a fact.
Oh no, I'm just like, is she paying for herself? And maybe she is, maybe she isn't. But I mean, whether you lose or win, she's nominated for an Oscar. Like,
oh, she's nominated?
Yeah.
So? Oh, okay, she's one of the nominees.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm like, do they rescind that invitation, or did they ever rescind that invitation?
Well, as a nominee, I think you could just. As a nominee, I'm pretty sure you're
already like, you have your seat booked. I'm sure she was probably like, I really don't care about what everyone else thinks. I'm still gonna go because I was nominated.
And it's probably her.
It's gonna be an interesting story. I'm excited to see Ariana and Cynthia Erivo perform. It just makes me feel so sorry for them, because it's like, we're not gonna give you any awards, but y'all can perform for us.
It's the least, but I think that's going to be one of the most talked about things coming out of that award show.
No, I'm actually pretty excited to see this Oscars, because I feel like I really have no idea where it's going to go. I feel like the awards, which we'll get into, kind of like threw me off a little bit again.
Oh, the SAG ones?
Yeah, but all of these awards are just all kind of confusing sometimes. But
it's confusing at times.
If you are in the Laredo area, you can watch the Oscars on ABC.
Yeah. Or in any NBC affiliate.
Yeah.
Or I believe everywhere. That's everywhere. But let's get straight to our next story. We're going to dip into the music part of our headlines, celebrity headlines this week. We have pop star Tate McRae brought legions of fans to the Kia Forum Thursday night for an activation-filled release event for her latest album, So Close to What. She took over the parking lot at the Inglewood Arena. The event was McRae's superfan dream, featuring photo ops, outfit displays, and food trucks, freebie booths from American Express, Adidas, Neutrogena, the latter as sponsors of those events. That means, it was her big album release. I tried to listen to it a little bit. Granted, it was at work, so it's not like I was actively listening to it. It's so poppy, it's what I expected it to be.
Yeah, I tried listening to it as well. For me, it takes a while to distinguish songs from one another, because I feel like when I first listen to something, everything kind of sounds the same. It takes for me a while to be like, okay, I can notice this song out of the rest.
I have to read the lyrics to understand what they hear.
Exactly. Yeah. So I thought it was decent so far. I know that a lot of her songs from that album are starting to climb the Billboard charts. So I think she's going to get a lot of success from this album.
I think especially leading into the summer.
Yeah, I think, but it's so good to see her out with new music. I feel like she is going to be one of the Britney Spears of the generation. So.
Yeah, I think so too.
So yeah,
she's just killing
Love
it too.
to see it.
And she's such a good dancer.
She's so beautiful. She's really cool.
And now we have some rumors, possibly a real leak here. We have Selena Gomez's album track was possibly leaked before, obviously, the release of it. This is the album that we've been talking about that is set to be released between her and Benny Blanco. It insinuates that there was a feature with Taylor Swift and Billie Eilish. Now, it has not been confirmed if this is a real picture or not, but I don't know. What do you think?
I would love to see. I know a lot of fans of both Selena and Taylor have always wanted them to collaborate.
Well, they technically did for It's Good to Have a Friend.
I've never heard that song.
You've never heard it? It's in Lover.
Oh, really?
It's in Lover. Selena, I don't know if she helped. She's not in it. Maybe she's in it backup.
I know that song.
But all the proceeds went to the New York school district for their music program.
Cool.
But I don't know if she helped write it or she's had write it and backup vocals. But I don't know. I feel
like hearing their voices blend together in a song is going to be interesting if they actually collaborate on a song together.
The only time I've seen that when Selena Gomez was in the 1989 tour. Selena was one of the special guests, and they sang.
Can't Keep My Hands to Myself, right? That's what she loves. She loves that song apparently.
But I don't know. I feel like both of them have said that they're a little iffy working with friends. But at this point, it's not like they're using each other.
But I think that this album that she's working on with Benny Blanco, I think if it has all these features, I think the goal was for them to get all their friends in on.
Because of love.
They had Gracie. It would make sense that they have all these collabs. If they don't have a lot of collabs.
Because it is a collab album.
Yeah.
Maybe. I see that. But we'll see. Time will only tell if this is a real track list, and we're keeping our fingers crossed for that. Taylor Swift feature, Now moving on to some more moving news, we have Blake Lively and Anna Kendrick are back for another simple favor. Lionsgate and Amazon Studio pulled the curtain back on the sequel to the pair's 2018 black comedy, which saw a pair play friends, turn romantic rivals, turn murder-suicide conspirators. Well, I can't even say that word. The sequel sees that Kendrick's character, Stephanie, and Emily, Lively's character, back in each other's company, now en route to the coastal Italy for the latter's wedding to a wealthy businessman. Stephanie has written a book about the events of the first movie. And Emily, who is in prison, crashes a book reading to invite Stephanie to her wedding and possibly enact her revenge plot. Why would he go to the wedding?
I don't know. It was it looks visually like, I mean, I love anytime they go to another country, especially Italy. Like for me, I love to see all that stuff. It just looks like a visually appealing movie. I don't know about the storyline.
Yeah.
I watched the trailer, but I didn't listen to it with audio.
Oh, really?
And it just looks like, I don't know.
It's kind of weird.
I'll probably watch it.
Yeah, I'll probably watch
There's
it
a chance
because
that I'll watch
I
it.
did kind of like the first one because of the twist at the end.
Yeah.
And they say that there is there is a good twist, which that director is known.
I love Paul
for
Feig.
for having good twists at
Yeah.
the end of the movie. So crossing my finger that I don't cringe too much because like.
Yeah, well, Blake Lively's performance, from just what I saw visually and not words, I was like, I don't feel like watching you, but I love Anna Kendrick.
Oh, really?
So
Sometimes
she has her moments.
She has her moments.
But I like Anna Kendrick.
Another movie that I am so excited to be seeing in 2016, though, is Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey.
Yay.
It's set to begin filming in 2026 and expected to open in
Really?
theaters in July of 2026.
That's interesting because I saw some
begin
photos
film.
on Instagram
Yeah.
saying that they were already in the country in which they're going to shoot.
Yeah,
I saw a picture
I
of
think
Tom
there has
Holland.
to be a typo here. I'm pretty sure they began filming this year, which is expected to come out next year because we got our first look of Matt Damon as Odysseus.
Oh, really?
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay.
So now we know. So we knew all these cast members. We just didn't know who were they playing.
exact
so now we know
person.
that Matt Damon
Oh, okay.
is
Interesting.
Odysseus. The film is an adaptation of Homer's classic tale and will be shot in multiple locations around the world, including Sicily, England, Morocco. Sorry, the typo blended into Leighton-Meester. Morocco, and it's a big anticipated movie. I mean,
I'm
I can't even
excited.
tell you, like, I would watch the Odyssey all the time at school, like the
That's
really classic
kind of
one.
strange.
Well,
I've
yeah.
never
You
seen that.
And then
no.
I read the Odyssey in my Greek mythology course in college, and then I want to get the new the Odyssey. I want to get it the most recent copy was translated by, I want to say her name was Emily Robinson or Emily Wilson. She's the first woman to ever translate the text. So they say it's a very different kind of take on the story.
Interesting.
Yeah, so I'm just excited, and it has an A+ cast.
Oh yeah, the cast is amazing. I saw a picture of Tom Holland already on location
Yes.
for shooting that, and I'm like, well, Zendaya's doing her own thing right now while he's shooting that, and they're gonna.
Oh, she's in that movie.
Yeah,
too.
she's in that movie as well.
Oh, interesting.
I was seeing this thing about this their upcoming projects. They're going to be working together, the Odyssey and then the Spider-Man 4.
For the Odyssey, I see why she could come in later. Just because if she's playing one of the girls, which is like maybe even like the wife, the one that Odysseus is on his journey for like months.
Yeah.
And you just see her take like yearning for her man. If she's in that group, they don't really need to be in scenes until the very end. So I could see why she could be double booked at the same time.
Yeah, I think she's probably really busy right now.
Yeah, and other casting news, we have Leighton-Meester is set to join Nobody Wants This cast. She is coming in at this Netflix series that has been very popular, getting a lot of attraction. She is going to play Kristen Bell's character's childhood nemesis. And they kind of run into each other as adults.
Interesting. I still haven't finished that show, but
I started it.
I just love that, her and her husband are working together.
Yeah, so Adam Brody is the lead man in that series, so we love to see them. They've been so adorable during award season, and
she's definitely it's so funny how the whole Blake we hadn't really seen Leighton-Meester in a really long time, or at least her name wasn't as prevalent as it is right now because of the whole Blake Lively thing. But it's so funny how the scales kind of tipped one way to the other. I don't know. I've always loved Leighton-Meester personally.
I've always liked her
been
a
a
lot,
fan
too.
of Blair.
And we have, the dilemma or the theories around who should be the next Britney Spears are only getting stronger as we see Millie Bobby Brown roaming around all these red carpets in her platinum blonde hair. Well, Millie Bobby Brown is addressing those rumors about her potentially playing Britney Spears, following past comments about her interest in the role, not to mention the newly blonde locks. The 21-year-old actress spoke with Access Hollywood about the possibility of playing Spears at the premiere of her new movie, The Electric State, in Los Angeles. She said, quote, "I mean, she's an absolute icon. I would love nothing more than to be a part of her story, but," she adds, "that's her story, and I am in full support of her bringing her story to life how she wants."
Oh, okay. Yeah, a lot of people, not only because of the blonde, but have you been seeing her Instagram posts where it's very Y2K? I think that's why everyone was like, are you like signaling that you might be in talks to be that character? But yeah, I mean, I feel like John Chu is probably still so busy with things.
Wicked.
I don't think he's really thinking about casting yet for that biopic.
I don't think so either. I think he's so busy with Wicked, and then it's Wicked. And then once this award season ends, Wicked 2, that I think between now and the premiere of Wicked 2, I think he's barely getting to these meetings with, like...
Yeah, I think he's probably establishing schedules and, like, what we can do and how to set up things.
I think because even someone recently asked him, like, "Oh, do you talk to Britney?" He's like, I'm contacted with her, but we haven't really sat down and we haven't really thought about anything. So I think that's his next step.
Yeah, because it's just such
really
a hectic
iron on
time.
what Britney wants because she's going to be part of the process of it. Don't quote me on this, but I do believe that a couple years ago, I want to say it was Millie Bobby Brown, someone said she would love to play her. And I think Britney, when she would go on her Instagram rants, saying, like, how dare you try to, like, profit out of my life, like already telling people you'd play me in a movie, like that. But it was just so random.
Britney.
I want to say it was Millie, but, Britney. Let's talk about some feuds now. So... Please excuse me, I'm not too familiar with these people, even though I did love Boy Meets World.
Oh, okay.
Is it Matlin? Matlin, it has to be Matlin. Ward is speaking out following her viral fight with her former Boy Meets World co-star, Danielle Fishel. Well, in an exclusive interview with The Post, Ward says she believes her heated argument with Danielle on the Pod Meets World podcast was orchestrated by her, Will Fredel, and Ryder Strong. Furthermore, she says that she's especially hurt with Will since he invited her on the show and she considered him a friend. So this is the latest, but let me get back to you. So this is a podcast that watches episodes of Boy Meets World, and then the 3 former cast members talk about it.
Yeah.
They invited her as a guest like they do. They invite other former guests. So her and Danielle got into this argument that...
So Madeline had said in a prior interview that when they were filming, she felt like Danielle didn't really get along with her, and so created like this uncomfortable work environment, whatever. In the interview, Danielle was like, "Oh, I tried calling you so we can have this because I heard the comments that you made about your experience working with me. I wanted to settle it amongst us, but you weren't willing to talk to me, so that's why we brought you onto the podcast." They go at it.
It was really like, I just saw the clips, and like this girl, Madeline, she's just saying like you were so jealous of me because I was granted, this girl was only in the last 2 seasons of the whole show, while Danielle was Topanga from like start to end. And she kind of told her like, it's because you felt threatened by me because I was starting to take your attention away. And then when Danielle says, in 2014, I was on the cover of Maxim. Like, there was no reason for me to be jealous of you.
Sorry.
She didn't say, like, no reason, but that's basically what she said.
And Danielle basically said, like, at that time, like, the environment, it just wasn't a good environment in general. So, like, I'm sorry that you felt like that was a bad environment. Like, I agreed with, I didn't feel it was the best either, but like I don't think I had anything against you. It was just so strange.
It was a little cringe.
It was strange, like after all these years.
And she does, I know in another interview, Ward says something, or Matlin, she says something about how she doesn't keep in touch with her former castmates except for Will and Tina, I believe her name was. She says that none of them really support her in what she does, and she is, I don't know if a former or was, but she did become a porn star after Boy Meets World. So she says that they very much like isolated, I guess it would be adult film star, after this, and that she felt like judged by them.
Interesting.
But yeah, it was just a little, you know, we never thought we'd see these 90s girls
I
go
really
at
didn't think
it.
that they would. It was an interesting. TMZ has like the audio if you all just want to go listen to it.
Now some anti-climatic news from Zoe Kravitz. She's breaking her silence about her split with Channing Tatum. Zoe Kravitz has no beef with ex-fiance Channing. The Big Little Lies star, 36, addressed her split from the Magic Mike actor for the first time in an interview with Elle magazine. She said that the breakup doesn't change how she feels about her movie or their movie, Blink Twice. Not at all, she said. I love this scene that we made together. I care for him very much. Even when you bring up how great his performance is, it warms my heart to hear that, and I'm so happy that all of it happened. I just feel so grateful that we got to go on a journey together. That's all she says.
Yeah, I'm not really surprised.
So it doesn't
like
give me a gate. Like I don't. Like, do you hate him? Like,
I think that they probably just ended on good terms. I feel like they didn't have, not from objectively, from an outsider view, I don't feel like they had a lot in common. It didn't seem like they did. Like, she seems very artsy. He's artsy, but I don't feel like
He seems like a chameleon. Like, he just adapts to his partner.
Exactly.
Like, when he was with Jenna Dewan, right? Dewan, he was dancey, like this.
Yeah.
When he was with Jessie J.
Yeah, I forgot about the fact they were together. He was singing, he was running.
I don't know.
He was doing
and then when he started dating Zoe, it's like biker.
Yeah, I don't
rocker,
know. It's just like
Jason Momoa vibes, even though it's weird.
Yeah, I never really saw it, so I wasn't surprised when they ended it. And I'm not really surprised that it's very much like, yeah, I mean, we're not together.
Yeah. But good for her, and I feel like that's the only time we're ever going to hear her speak about that relationship.
Probably, yeah.
New relationship rumors. Once again, Andrew Garfield and Monica Barbaro have sparked dating rumors. They were confirmed a day later by People. A source said to the actor, the two actors had been dating quietly but did not specify when their relationship began. They've been low-key, and I've been spending time sad. I've been spending time together quietly, the insider told People.
Man, we lost another one.
I didn't hear you to say that. I like it.
I think they're great.
Like this
they're
is
cute.
it. I feel like this is Endgame.
Could this be it?
I feel like this is it. And I'm
She's
okay
gorgeous.
With it. Yeah.
I love Andrew Garfield. Y'all already know that.
And we love, like, I could see them be like Tom Hanks and Rita Wilson. Like, actors, they sit, like, Keith Urban and Nicole Kidman. Like, they
I
go
feel
to
like
these
they seem
award
very,
shows.
yeah, like a really low-key couple.
Yeah,
like,
I think they match. The vibes are vibing.
The vibes are there.
What is this?
Sydney Sweeney?
Sydney Sweeney. Well, Miss Sydney Sweeney, the star of Anyone But You, has postponed her nuptials to fiancé Jonathan Davino. TMZ reports the pair was apparently set to be hitched in May in Chicago, where the groom is from, but it's not happening. An insider told the gossip outlet that the date change was due to conflict with their work obligations. It's not happening.
It makes sense. I was like, isn't she like booked till like the end of 2027 or something?
Not. Like, it's not happening. Like, if you want to marry someone, you're not gonna book work on the wedding date. Like, how is that possible?
Like, you would make it happen if you want to actually get married, but I don't think they're gonna get married anytime soon. I think they're gonna continue working on projects together.
Yeah, no.
I'm actually surprised that they had plans to get married already. I didn't even know if they had a date and
so
like
that makes
all
me
these
think
things.
that they had a date and then something work came and they're like, we have to do this work. What do you mean? You're telling me you can't push by one day? You have to work on that.
They're probably like, no, I'd rather do the project instead of getting married.
For reals. And that means they're not going to get married.
I mean, Goldie Hawn.
Yeah, I don't think they need to.
Yeah, I think long engagements are smart.
Not when you already set a date.
Oh, true. I hope they didn't have any, like, have to move anything or whatever. But
it's okay to be engaged for a while. I'm just saying that if you picked a date and then decided to push it because of other things, like what could possibly be more important than nuptials?
I guess we'll find out when she comes out with it.
She's like, gets some like
she's
big
like,
award.
Yeah, she gets an Oscar. Like, okay, understandable why you moved your wedding day.
But let's go to some reality TV stars. We have Rachel Kirkconnell. Well, she's got a new man in her life. It's the brawny dude. She says it's finally someone she feels she can rely on. The Bachelor alum is starring in a new ad for the paper towel giant, and she kicks off by taking a shot at her ex, saying she's cooking from home now. She doesn't have to pick out the perfect dinner spot anymore.
Dead.
Remember, Rachel says she and Matt James got in a massive fight when a restaurant she picked wasn't up to his standards, and now she says she's free of that obligation. But now RC says she's got someone she could always depend on when life gets messy, before introducing Bronny, the mascot.
I thought it was such a cute little ad. I'm like, are they giving her the Ariana Madix treatment right now? I mean, like,
yeah.
I feel like she was like, we're not that bad. Like, we ended it on like decent terms, whereas like Ariana and Tom, like, obviously not. But it felt very Ariana Madix post breakup. Let's take all the money we can get kind of vibes.
It definitely did, just because she also got taken, like, Las Vegas Cosmopolitan invited her for like a Valentine's weekend, and she's very much, I think she started reviewing food on her TikTok.
On her own? No, yeah. I know, which is going to be interesting to see.
I'm not going to lie, and I wish I had a recording of it, but like a year ago, I came upon Matt James' TikTok, and it was when he did a food critique or whatever, and she's in it, and she takes a bite. And I remember telling our friend Chloe that I was just like, Chloe, like, I'm watching it because of her. Like, just look at how she's enjoying that bite. Like, his voice is so annoying. Mm-hmm. So I'm glad she is dipping
I took her recommendations more than anything, because I didn't really care about Matt James.
Yeah, me either.
Didn't really care.
Okay, so this story we have to preface with saying that these are theories and rumors swirling around.
Oh my gosh, yes, craziness.
Interweb, and we just can't deny it because more and more news outlets are picking it up. So Mason Disick, the eldest son of Kourtney Kardashian and Scott Disick, is at the center of swirling rumors after claims surfaced on social media that he has fathered a child. Alleged screenshots from a private Instagram account allegedly belonging to Mason suggest that the 15-year-old has a 1-year-old daughter named Piper with a former classmate.
I can believe it. Honestly, I feel like it's possible. I think it's really possible. Mm-hmm. First of all, like the first clue, it's like everybody knows he has like a Finsta or something that he's been posting stuff on. Like that's how a lot of people have gotten like, he just kind of likes to vent all of his family's drama, but it always gets shut down, right? Because they shut it down and stuff like that.
Like it always gets deleted, whatever.
Okay, yeah. So the fact that it was coming from this like random account, which I'm like, I would totally believe it was him. And I think that the family would do all they could to try to hide this information. Because like, I don't know, it's just crazy.
Like, what's the purpose? I guess, okay, I do understand because two things, like there's 3 children involved in this thing, but what are you going to do in 10 years? Be like, oh yeah, he has a 10-year-old daughter and he's only 25?
Yeah, I don't know. But I think people have like asked him, like, I don't know if he was doing a Facebook Live or if on a post, they're like, oh, are you still in its life? And he's like, oh, I see it every now and then or something like that. I don't know. It's just like crazy. It's if somebody made this up, like, why would they make it up?
Like the fact that like maybe like
Mason Disick, like
a jealous classmate made this up, and here we are talking
maybe. It made it all the way to us, guys. Yeah, but it would be crazy if this was true.
That was so crazy.
It would be, because I mean, we all saw Mason Disick grow up on TV, so it's just like wild for a baby to have a baby.
Yeah, that's so crazy. Even crazier, or I don't know, you tell me if you think this is crazy. The next group of people heading into space, check this out. We have singer Katy Perry, CBS Gayle King will join Jeff Bezos' fiancée, Lauren Sanchez, on his rocket company Blue Origin's next crewed mission. The company on Thursday announced that the next 6-person crew of its New Shepard rocket, which also includes aerospace engineer Aisha Bowe, film producer Carrie Ann Flynn, and Amanda Wynn, a bioastronautic research scientist and civil rights activist. The launch plan is planned for this week. The article also says that Sanchez is the one that
like spearheaded this whole thing.
Spearheaded this thing, an all-women crew. Who would have thought? Katy Perry.
I know. I'm like, is it because she had that one song?
Oh, imagine you play that song.
Lift off.
I don't know if I would do that. Okay, I think if you would have asked me 10 years ago, I would have been like, put me in this rocket.
I wouldn't.
It's just so, like, You have your
I
whole
wouldn't.
family.
You have your whole life ahead of you. Why would you do that to yourself?
And you just like go up in air and then you just like
It's like 11 minutes long, but still, like, you never know what can happen. I feel like space exploration should be left to the astronauts. Like, Katy Perry has no right to be up in space right now.
She wrote a song about E.T.
Yeah, but it's like, what, is she looking for new inspiration for her next album? Like, it's just like, it's weird. Gayle King, she's a journalist, so
she's gonna
make sense.
She's going to report live.
Exactly, but like Katy Perry is just like a random like.
That makes me think that CBS might have the exclusive on this one.
That would be cool.
That's crazy.
Gail's gonna do it for us.
Already amazing though. Like Gail is so amazing, and now the fact that she gets to be like, I'm going to space. I went to space. Like, just
like.
I know her last name is King, but she's a queen in my eyes.
Well, maybe she's gonna be the king over there.
I don't know. And then Lauren Sanchez. The fact
that's
that
not surprising.
Yeah, I mean, I would too if Jeff Bezos was.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I just going to space is so iffy to me. Like, I just feel like it's like the whole. My mind goes to the whole Titanic Ocean Gate thing.
So you know what's crazier to me? And I think about it at least once a week, the fact that we're more willing to explore and put resources into space exploration, we don't know what's, than we are in the sea.
Oh my gosh, the sea is so scary.
It makes me think like the government, not me being a conspiracy theorist, but like there is something there that why isn't there the NASA equivalent to the ocean?
Did you see that little creature from the deep, deep ocean that came to the light?
Yeah.
Like, that is what's down there.
Yeah.
If that's like an inkling, like maybe that's the prettiest creature down there. Like, I don't know. The ocean is crazy. I think even every country's like, we're good.
Let's go up.
Have you heard Antarctica is also like has a portal down to like something? I don't know. There's so much conspiracies out
guys,
there.
don't start me in this black hole because I'll get lost in there. But anyway, congratulations to the
Congratulations to it's the first female, it's like a historic all-women
You go, thing. Girls. A perfect, like, I don't know if it's a spring, but I know next month is Women's History Month, so that's pretty cool. And now we're going to wrap up with some tragic news. We have Michelle Trachtenberg. She passed away this week, and the cause of death will go undetermined after the actress' family objected to an autopsy for religious reasons. The Office of the Chief Medical Examiner of the City of New York told ABC7 Eyewitness News. Trachtenberg, whose many credits include TV's Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Gossip Girl, Harriet the Spy. She was found dead by her mother on February 26 in a New York City apartment near Columbus Circle.
That was so shocking. I was literally shocked to my core. So many people have reacted to it. Obviously, the cast of Gossip Girl had such beautiful things to say about her, like just saying how she was genuinely such a kind person, like a great energy to be around. Blake Lively came from the woodworks. You know she was going to comment on this. Like, she's like, moment for me to look good.
Yeah.
But honestly, like, Michelle Trachtenberg wasn't looking too good. If you had her on Instagram, like, she looked very frail, thin. I don't know if this is 100% true, but I saw like on TikTok and stuff like that people were saying that she had a liver transplant recently.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it had anything to do with that.
Yeah, it had failed or something.
But it's so sad to see Michelle Trachtenberg, like an icon. She was an icon.
She was an icon. Ice Princess, Harriet the Spy, Inspector Gadget.
Georgina Sparks.
Yeah. So
Georgina Sparks.
that one, I think that's like the most shocking because I feel like
it was so surprising.
It was. Now we're going to pivot to our headlines that we are going to talk about another death now. Kylie Jenner is mourning the loss of a close friend. A source tells people that the mogul is shocked by the sudden death of her longtime hairstylist, Jesus Guerrero. Guerrero's family announced the news of his death via Instagram last Sunday. The hairstylist was 34. Jesus' death hit her hard, an insider tells people regarding Jenner. She is shocked and very upset. Still, she's doing everything she can to support and aid his family, including financially. The source continues to say, as upset as she feels, she knows it's so much worse for his family. She doesn't want to stress about money. She's taking care of the expenses, including those associated with the funeral. Aww. Now, the family had set up a GoFundMe account But then after she, allegedly, sources are saying after she stepped in.
Saw that, yeah.
She is paying for the funeral, and she said that money could be used for anything that they might need, like cleaning out his apartment, shipping his stuff. But it is just wild. There's a lot, we don't know what happened out there.
Yeah, but
it was,
a lot of people are speculating that, so he was a hairstylist, up and coming. He was considered probably one of the best in the industry right now. He works with, she already mentioned earlier, people like Shay Mitchell, but Jennifer Lopez was the person he was reportedly with.
Last
work entanglement with was in Dubai. He got sick, didn't he, over there?
So someone's saying that like a Dubai influencer or someone that would know is posting online that he got sick in Dubai because he was there for work, and that he was allegedly abandoned by the star that hired him there, and that he was abandoned there to get the best healthy to travel, and he finally got somewhat healthy to travel, and then he ended up in LA sick of he died of pneumonia possibly. This is all alleged from like media sources in Dubai, and of course TikTok stalkers and people made the connection that he was last seen in Dubai doing the hair for Jennifer Lopez. Jennifer Lopez has posted about her condolences and her connection to him, but nothing else has really come forward.
So a lot of people are not fans of Jennifer Lopez, as you can imagine, with the speculation being that she left him there, her along with that team.
And of course there's no really proof of that if this is it. It's just, I hope if that is true, someone else in those glam teams speaks up, because that is crazy.
How unfortunate. Like how sad that, I feel like that just kind of opens their eyes a little bit more to who you work with and if they're actually there for you. But it's so lovely to see how kind Kylie is. She is like a billionaire, so she she takes care of the people that she loves. So it's so sad to see. That was a very unfortunate story. If you are on social media and start seeing stuff about Jennifer Lopez, that's what
those are the reasons why
referred to.
Yeah. So now we're gonna get to some, TikTok influencer drama. It's Alix versus Alix. So Alex Cooper and Alix Earle drama. Earle's podcast has been dropped from Cooper's Unwell network. A source with direct knowledge of the situation confirmed that the podcast will no longer be on the Unwell network. Last year, she became one of the first influencers signed by Cooper for her Unwell network, which has been marketed as a media and production company catering to Generation Z audiences. The speculation of drama has been surrounding them. It was enough to further fuel speculations in a Reddit thread dedicated to influencer snarker drama. Onlookers have pointed out that Earle had also not been spotted with the Unwell events in recent months. The network also appeared to be promoting Earle's podcast less frequently. Fans said despite having once frequently marketed Hot Mess across all of its social media platforms. In the immediate aftermath of sharing that they had split business between Alix Earle and Alex Cooper, Barstool Sports founder Dave Portnoy posted on social media a screenshot of what appears to be a 22 call along with Earle captioning, "You can stop tagging me, I know what needs to be done." The cryptic post soon stirred speculations that Barstool would pick up Earle's Hot Mess podcast. Rumors that Portnoy quickly shut down, writing in a comment, "I didn't call her, I just thought it was funny."
He was trolling. He was trolling Alex because Alex posted that video when she was talking with Grace O'Malley. I was like, relax,
I feel like
Portnoy.
I kind of saw this coming. The moment that Alex Cooper signed on Alix Earle, I just thought it was going to be a power struggle because Alix Earle was moving up in the level to be the next Alex Cooper. So it was good. Like, you were just going to be bumping behind her this whole time. You have to move to the side and create kind of your own path because you're not her competition. I will say that Alex Cooper gave her the Hot Mess like branding and everything. She apparently let go of it. So it is Alix Earle's, which makes sense. I would hope so because she had so much drama with Call Her Daddy about ownership to it. But
like,
it is what it is.
It's like a whatever name, honestly. So it's interesting because they have the same publicist. So a lot of people are like, pay attention to the way that they're wording all these things. Like, oh, it's just like, you know, not seeing. It's like they have the same publicist. There was a lot of rumors that they were feuding because they say that Alex Cooper is just, it's like kind of like that conversation we always have. Like if it was in terms of men, how men go about business moves. I'm sure maybe she's doing similar moves, and it's just like, oh, well, she's not pleasing everybody.
Yeah.
Or there was that whole feud rumor between the two of them. I saw a video right now that there's rumors that since Alix Earle's dad is like really well in finance and all that stuff, that he was kind of being like, yeah, this isn't a good deal. You should kind of back out of it and kind of start your own thing. I think it's just kind of like seeing, like how you mentioned, like you can do something on your own. You don't really need somebody to tag along with. I think it was just like, why not take the opportunity to tag along with Alex Cooper since she already had like a name for herself and was going to be building this big network. But I feel like the Unwell Network doesn't really have an image in my mind. I don't think, oh my gosh, all these podcasters from the Unwell Network, it's just so blah to me. And I think it's all over the place. And I believe that she probably realized that it doesn't really have.
She was put in a herd of like, I guess, other influencers that maybe aren't at her level. I would say maybe she saw that she was being treated as an equal, as, you know, Alex is the boss, all employees have the same, whatever it may be. But she's like, why am I among these average people when I'm skyrocketing in my platform and my followers? I also do believe that the headline of, you know, Hot Mess was dropped by Unwell Media Production. Saying dropped, I think it's like, hey, we chose to let you go. Because they could have easily, their headline press release to whoever they gave it to, could have said, Hot Mess and Unwell split.
Part ways.
Not dropped. Like, that makes it seem like...
I don't know. There's probably more drama. I mean, obviously there was more drama underneath this, but... I mean, they're being represented by the same person. So how are you going to go about...
Like, you're not going to pin your
you're not going to play your clients against each other because you need to make them look good. But, yeah, I'm not surprised. I've tried listening to the Hot Mess podcast. I'll be honest, I don't like it. I think it's kind of boring. She just kind of talks about going out. Like, I'm not a 20-year-old girl. I don't really care about
believe
that
the story she's telling should just be vlogs.
Yeah, like I never really saw her podcast as a podcast. So that's why I'm like, I think it was smart for Alex Cooper to part ways with her.
Yeah.
But I think Alex Cooper needs to be smarter about who she's hiring, because it's like she's picking people of the moment, but not all these people have longevity.
Yeah.
Like
what happened to
Harry Jowsey?
Oh, Harry.
Like I could care less about Harry Jowsey.
And he's not.
And what does he talk about? Like it's just stupid podcast, but because he was of the moment after the whole Dancing with the Stars thing. It's like you can't just. I get strike while the iron's hot, but like that, get interviews. Don't make these people permanent podcasters.
Basically, Alex Cooper, hire us. Just kidding.
I know you can.
Pick up.
You can. I could be unwell.
I could be unwell.
I could be unwell for a good price.
For a good price. But yeah, so we'll see what kind of comes about it. I think that if, as you mentioned, if they have the same publicist, it's very much going to be like push down, unless one of them like snaps. Like says something.
I don't think they would. I don't think they would. I think they probably were like, oh, thank God we're not working with each other anymore.
Yeah, and I don't think if someone were to say something shady, I think Alex Cooper would win that one. I think she has more say.
Yeah, she's interviewing the Vice President of the United States. She's interviewing Monica Lewinsky. I think she's fine.
I need to see that.
I think she's okay. Like, she knows what her target is.
Yeah, speaking of, watch Monica Lewinsky's interview this weekend. We'll try to recap it next weekend. It is one that
It's interesting. Like, how do you, like, she's getting good. Whoever she has as her casting or her booking person is doing a good job.
They're on it. Some other people that are on it are the winners of SAG Awards that happened this weekend. So let me go over some of the main winners, and then we'll kind of dive into that. Outstanding performance by a male actor in a leading role. We have Timothée Chalamet. Outstanding performance by a female actor in a leading role, Demi Moore. Outstanding performance by a male actor in a supporting role, Kieran Culkin. Outstanding performance by a female actor in a supporting role, we have Zoe Saldana. Outstanding performance by an ensemble in a drama series, we have Shogun. And then we have outstanding performance by an ensemble in a comedy series, Only Murders in the Building. I can't believe I forgot the main movie, which was Conclave, I believe.
Oh, okay, cool.
So
love it.
So this was a switcheroo for me. With Timothy winning.
It's important to note that the SAG Awards are Screen Actors, like it's the actors themselves that vote for everything. Like it's just actors on its own. That's why they have these ensemble things and not movie. It's just like all the actor, they highlight all the actors and stuff.
So basically, if you're a SAG AFTRA member, you get to vote in this. And it's like kind of your peers voting for you. So Timothy winning for this is kind of like, whoa, Timmy.
Okay, did you see his speech?
Yeah.
I loved it. And there's so much discourse over this. I don't know if you saw that that daytime host that was giving him shit over his speech.
Oh, no.
So in his speech, he was basically saying, like, you know how people, whenever they accept it, they're like, they go for the humble brag. He was very much like, hey, like, I'll be honest, I want to win awards. Like, I want to be the best in my field. I want to be, you know, I see myself being like the Michael Jordan of acting. I have so many people that I would love to be like Viola Davis, all these things, like, and this is a stepping stone to that. So like, I'm so thankful. Like, it just shows me that I need more to do. And it's like, yeah, it's the first time that somebody is actually like, I want to strive to become this type of like accolade actor.
Like I want to be one of the greats.
Exactly. Like I thought it was great that somebody finally said what is on their mind. Like, I want to be awesome. I want to be the best. Oh no, like, oh, thank you guys so much. I don't know why I deserve this. Like, it was just very honest. And a lot of people are like applauding him, but this one daytime host, I don't know what show it is. She was basically like, Timothée Chalamet, you need to keep your thoughts to yourself. Like, that's more of an inside thought type of comment. Like, that's not things you say to people. You are being a little brat. It's basically.
Really? That is so crazy. Because I think, I don't think he was like cocky or anything.
It wasn't.
He said that, you know, I basically understood it. I love what I do. I want to put the work in because at the end of the day, I want to be considered the greats, like X, Y, and Z. I think the other discourse that has stemmed from this is the fact that he mentioned Viola Davis in that, which is like a young white man with so much privilege to consider Viola Davis, who is one of the greatest actors. She has an EGOT, guys. And I don't think you always kind of, like, you don't remember, like, people are like, oh, Meryl Streep. No, Viola Davis is a legend. A legend. And I think it when he said that, I'm like, oh, this guy's serious. Like, he wants to be the greatest in his field.
And I think Timothée Chalamet, he's shown he has put on great performances, has a great track record. I can see him becoming one of the greats. Yeah. And I mean, I think obviously all in due time, but I think this was the first time he took on a role. He said 5 years of his life was focused on becoming this person, kind of like the whole like Elvis thing, but it's like, I think he thought this was his best performance ever, and he was like, thank you so much. I want to be better than just this role.
You know who I thought of? Kylie Jenner was not present there due to her friend passing away. His mom was there, but when he said that, I could think of like, wow, Kylie, like you're dating a man with ambition, like with career goals, like not that, like she's
so well spoken too.
I know, like literally the father of her children can't even form sentences.
I know, like I would love to like have my boyfriend be Timothée Chalamet. Imagine the words of affirmation that you get like all the time. Like that sounds like a dream. Like I don't know, he just seems so genuine. Like I love Timothée Chalamet. I really do. I don't have a crush like everybody else. Like I think he's cute.
Like him. Yeah.
I like him. I think he's cute, but I'm not obsessed with him. But I really am. I'm happy that he finally said something a lot of people don't say.
Yeah. Another funny moment was when. Only Murders in the Building won for Outstanding Performance of Ensemble in a Comedy Series. Martin Shorts and Steve Martin were not present there. I believe that Martin Shorts has COVID from the SNL 50 anniversary show. Possibly Steve Martin has it too, or he just didn't care to show up. They finally won, and then Selena Gomez goes up there and she says that, like, oh my God,
we never win.
We never win. Steve and Martin aren't here because they don't really care about this stuff, and thanks for raising me. And that's basically it. But I want to use her as a segue to kind of name some people that I loved what they were wearing at the SAG Awards.
Selena Gomez looked amazing.
Selena Gomez is my top
incredible.
Girl. I loved Sophia Carson too.
The pink one, right?
Yeah,
that was a cute outfit.
Anna Sawe from Shogun.
Okay, let me look up the SAG
The
Award
red
outfit.
dress, like, girl, you killed it. Millie Bobby Brown, surprisingly, I kind of loved it, even though the roots were a little bit killing me. And Keke Palmer.
Oh, Keke Palmer, she was wearing a dress that, what's her name?
Jamie Lee Curtis.
Jamie Lee Curtis once wear. I love Leighton Meester's outfit.
Oh, yeah.
I love that I don't know if she has that, like, red hair because of the role she's going to be doing.
So I believe Kristen Bell.
I love the red.
Yeah,
the
Kristen
red outfit
Bell
too.
and Leighton Meester had very similar dresses, in my opinion. Kristen Bell did.
She was the host.
The host to it, and she had some really good. I was tearing up a little bit when she said, "I want to be an actor." Have you seen that opening thing?
Oh, the opening, yeah.
Yeah, she kind of has she sings a song to the tune of "I Want to Build a Snowman," but it's "I Want to Be an Actor." And she has pictures of people's, like, first gig kind of thing. Like, Timothy Chalamet when he was, like, 12 or 13 on, like, some medical show just as a patient. We had Colin Firth as, like, a background actor and whatever. It was just so cute.
That's why I like the SAG Awards, and I never watch them because I feel like they're always, like, on some random network, cable network. Oh, they're on Netflix.
Yeah,
it is on Netflix.
But it was, like, the first year or something like that.
I like it because I feel like they seem more okay or like casual. I don't know why. It's like a different energy at the SAG
Awards. Your Christmas party.
Yeah, exactly, because it's like your coworkers.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just a different vibe, but it looked like everyone was having like a great time.
It was I was gonna say it was a great time. Like I was.
We were there.
Yeah, but it looks super good, and this just makes me even more excited for this Sunday's Oscars.
I'm super excited. I cannot wait to see what people are gonna wear. I mean, this is like the epicenter, not the epicenter, but this is like the pivotal moment where they wear everything that they have been waiting to wear. I want to see what Ariana Grande and Cynthia Erivo, their final pink and green outfit, or at least for the time being.
Yeah, we'll see.
I'm excited to see that.
I'm excited. But yeah, that's a wrap of our headlines. I know we're gonna recap Traitors.
Yes.
Can you remind me a little bit of what happened?
Yes, I do. This episode was quite dramatic because it was traitor versus traitor.
Oh, yeah.
It was the traitor versus traitor episode. We've all been waiting for this moment. We've gotten rid of all the other traitors, Boston Rob, as well as Bob the drag queen. Carolyn and Danielle have been the traitors from the beginning, and they've equally hated each other and have been trying to go after each other this entire time. Now that things are kind of been clearing the way, they finally kind of have more of a chance to take aim at each other. So we started off this episode, it was from last time. They were trying to figure out, they were given the option of recruiting somebody or killing somebody off. Danielle very much wanted to recruit Brittany, but what's her name? Carolyn was like, absolutely not. You're not going to bring on your best friend because then you all are going to kick me out. So I believe they killed off someone. It was a guy. It wasn't Dylan because everyone was like, oh, it would make sense to kill off Dylan over this other person. I forgot who died, but somebody died.
Who died?
Obviously, they weren't important enough.
It wasn't Sam. No,
it was Sam.
It was Sam?
It was Sam. Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
They're like, let's kick off Sam because Sam is starting to catch on to a lot of things. So, like, let's just get him out of the way. So, in this episode, I forget. Oh, okay. So, there was the whole chess piece thing. They had Parvati and Kate coming to help host the game. It was kind of like dumb. It's like pick who you think best matches things. But the traitors knew the questions and the answers. So they had to play it off like, oh, guys, like, we don't know. Like, you have to pick this. If you set the right answer, it's just more obvious that you're the traitor because you're supposed to build up the prize pot, but you can't. It was a tricky way to, like, play and maneuver that.
Yeah, because either you know all the right answers, and it's like,
and you help build up the prize pot, but then you're going to put yourself at risk.
Or you didn't know the answers, that means you were trying to sway everyone not to think it was you.
Yeah.
And it was just a weird game.
So Carolyn literally made it so obvious that she's a traitor because it was getting to the point where they weren't getting any of the answers right. And so Carolyn was trying to like be like, hey guys, let's go back to this original theory that you all had. I think it might be good. Danielle was very much like,
hands off.
Like, I'm gonna let you kind of build your own grave right now. So so after that the competition thing, I think Dylan and a lot of people were kind of like, you know, Carolyn knew the answer and she was pretty adamant on us picking that. And so when it got back to the house and trying to figure this out, it very much then became like all right. Danielle or Carolyn, you're on either or team.
I just think when they got to the voting.
Oh, it was so hard. It was
Dolores
brutal.
and Tom Sandoval just need to like stop.
I'm like, you all just kick off Tom. Like, it's just like.
He's like, you're the traitor.
And Dolores is like, just because you said I'm the traitor, I'm going to say you're the traitor. Like, guys, back to the point. Ultimately,
they voted for Carolyn, that she was the traitor. And when she revealed that she was a traitor, Danielle's reaction.
I think even Gabby was like, if I have to see one more like overreaction to these things, it's just like
how is that?
I think everybody knows that Danielle is a traitor. I think it was just like, we're not entirely sure. So let's go with Carolyn because I feel like this is the most obvious pick at this point.
Yeah. Do you think they're trying to save Danielle as like, we know she's a traitor and if she's interacting with some people.
But that's going to be hard now because the cliffhanger for this episode is she's going to recruit Brittany. And I mean, that's an obvious choice. And Brittany was also like, I hope she doesn't pick me because that's too obvious of a choice. But I think that they can kind of work a way to like throw the scent off of them if they work in tandem. But I don't know. It's going to be interesting. It was sad to see Carolyn go. A lot of people were shocked that she was a traitor. It just annoys me because everyone knows Danielle's a traitor.
Yeah.
I'm like, get rid of her. She's the most annoying one.
Yeah.
I had no idea Dylan was so close to both of them.
I didn't either.
I had no idea he was so close to Danielle when he was like, it's so hard for me to decide.
I figured Carolyn because he's a big Survivor fan and he knew a lot of their.
I thought he was going to pick her, but he ended up picking. Well, he ended up picking her.
Yeah, now there's rumors surfacing online that Danielle had told Brittany
that she was a traitor
prior to it, and that was they kind of came up with the scheme to be like, the moment I am able to get you in. So Carolyn kind of commented saying that when the vote came down to it, the faithfuls had the opportunity to vote for me, which they were a little iffy about, weren't sure, or they could have voted for Danielle, which everyone knew it's 100% her. So it makes me think that they all know she's a traitor, and I just don't know the reason to save her or to like keep her around.
For me, it's like, if I'm gonna keep her around, it's because I know there's a for sure bet that we're gonna get rid of her at some point, and like it's better to just have her with us and us thinking
because
that
then you
they
don't
know.
Replace that traitor with someone new.
But still, they're gonna add somebody now, so you don't know who that new person's gonna be. I mean, you can naturally assume if you already think it's Danielle that she's gonna bring on her friend Brittany, but like, I feel like you could have just nipped it in the bud right then and there. You already know Carolyn's the traitor. You can have an idea of who she's gonna. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see how they go about this new path.
Yeah, I mean, I guess
Brittany
that's smart. Like, you know who the traitors are, so you just keep them around because you know that when the end comes, you could just kill them off, and you're just building who you want to be the faithfuls with you at the end. But then you risk the traitors voting you off. If you're like, too much to do there. But no, so this week's episode, we'll know. I believe Brittany did not have an option. It was either
it's either death or joining, but she's obviously going to join.
Yeah, that's literally her livelihood. So we'll see how that plays out with the rest of the traitors and if they're able to spot them. I'm telling you, Danielle's so easy to spot, but we'll recap it.
I'm like, somebody who cries that much, it's like,
over a game.
Over
a game.
Yeah.
But yeah, that does it for us this week. Be sure to follow us on Instagram, Pop Off the Clock. You'll find all our handles there, as well as all the links to our Spotify, our website, and our YouTube playlist. Thanks for watching, guys.
Bye.